another week gone, and lying here now, maybe part of your mind is already going through it. What you finished, what you didn't, what you said, what you held back, what you should have been, what you almost were. There's a particular kind of tired that comes from not just working all week, but from judging yourself through every single moment of it. Like no matter what you did, some part of you was already keeping score, and the score was always just a little short. Tonight, you don't have to defend yourself to anyone, not even to that voice inside. Tonight, we're just going to rest. Before we go further, a quick note. This session is designed for rest. Please don't listen while driving or operating machinery. Everything you're about to hear was created with care and intention for people who need exactly this. If this already feels like what you needed, tap like now so someone else who's lying awake feeling not enough can find it too. And subscribe to Night Reprogram. So every night, something gentle is waiting for you. No effort, just rest. Welcome to Night Reprogram, the place where people who are hard on themselves come to finally let go. By the time this session ends, you may not have solved anything, but you might feel for the first time this week that you were already enough while you were trying. That's what we're here for tonight. Before we begin, I want to say something that might be different from what you usually hear. You don't need to fix anything tonight. You don't need to become a better version of yourself. You don't need to arrive at some insight that changes everything. The only thing I'm asking you to do is allow yourself to be exactly where you are, tired, maybe a little disappointed, maybe carrying more than you'd like to admit. That's enough to start. In a moment, I'll guide you into a state of deep relaxation. Your mind might still offer thoughts. That's fine. Let them come. Let them go. You're not here to fight them. You're here to rest. All you need to do is listen and breathe, and let this be enough for tonight. Let's begin with your breath. When you're ready, take a slow breath in through your nose, hold gently, and release slowly through your mouth. Good. One more time. And once more. With each breath out, the week gets a little lighter. Now, I'd like you to imagine a path. Not a busy path, not one that leads somewhere you have to be. Just a quiet path, winding gently through a forest. The light here is different. It comes through the trees in long, slow beams, like the last light of a day that asked nothing of you. You're walking, slowly. There's no destination. The ground beneath your feet is soft. Each step is received without resistance. Notice the sound of your footsteps, muffled by earth. by leaves, by the quiet hum of something living and calm around you. And as you walk, let your body begin to release. Starting from the soles of your feet, a gentle warmth begins to spread through the arches, through the heels, like the ground itself is holding you. Let it rise through your ankles, your calves. Any tension stored there, you can leave it on the path behind you. You won't need it tonight. It moves up through your knees, the back of your thighs, your hips, where so much of the week may still be sitting. Let it soften. Up through your lower back, your abdomen, your chest, rising and falling in its own rhythm now. Your shoulders, where you carry what others don't see, let them drop just an inch. That's enough. Your neck, your jaw, the muscles behind your eyes, even the small muscles on your forehead, releasing now. You are held here by the path, by the forest, by this moment. Just keep walking, slowly, softly, deeper into this quiet place. A little further down the path, you find a small clearing. The trees open here, and the light comes through more fully, golden and unhurried. There's a place to sit. Maybe it's a log worn smooth by time. Maybe it's a patch of grass. Whatever feels right for you. You sit down, and for a moment, you just look up. The light moves through the leaves. The forest breathes. Nobody needs anything from you here. You don't have to perform. You don't have to explain. You don't have to be better than you were. You're 10 steps down from where you were when you arrived. Allow yourself to notice how much quieter it is already. And now, even deeper. 20 steps deeper. The sounds of the outside world grow more distant. Your breathing slows. Your mind becomes like the forest itself, alive but not rushing. 30 steps, and here is where you rest. Notice your body now, so heavy, so still, like the earth is gently pulling you in. You don't have to hold yourself up anymore. Everything is held. This is your safe place, yours completely. Nothing from the week can reach you here. I want to ask you something, and I want you to just let the question land. You don't need to answer. Just feel what comes up. When you say to yourself, I wasn't enough this week, what does enough even look like? Is it a number, a feeling, a response from someone else? Where did you first learn what enough was supposed to look like? Because somewhere along the way, a story got written about what you needed to produce, to be, to prove. And that story has been running in the background all week, maybe for years. It's not the truth, it's a story, and stories can change. Here's what I notice about people who end each week feeling like they weren't enough. They showed up. Not perfectly, not without struggle, but they showed up. They tried to do right by the people around them. They felt things deeply. They kept going even when it was hard. That's not the description of someone who wasn't enough. That's the description of someone who's been holding too much and comparing themselves to an impossible standard. I'd like to invite you to try something different. Imagine for a moment that you could step outside this week and look at it from the outside, not as the person who lived it, but as a kind witness, a friend, someone who sees you clearly, without judgment. From the outside, what did this person actually do this week? Maybe they woke up every day when it would have been easier not to. Maybe they handled something hard without anyone noticing. Maybe they showed care for someone at home, at work, in the small invisible moments that never make it onto any list. Maybe they struggled and kept going anyway. If a friend showed you that list of what this person actually carried and did and felt and survived, what would you say to them? Would you tell them they weren't enough? Or would you say, I don't know how you carried all of that, but I saw you and I'm proud of you. That witness, that kind, honest friend, has been watching you all week. And tonight they want you to know you didn't fail. You were human, and that's not a consolation prize. That's exactly what you were supposed to be. And now, as your body rests and your mind grows quieter, I'm going to offer some truths. You don't need to believe them all the way. Just let them sit beside you, like a friend who keeps showing up. Breathe in. Your worth was never attached to your productivity. You're allowed to feel tired without that meaning something is wrong with you. The version of you that keeps trying, even when it's not enough by your own standards, is the version worthy of love. You don't have to earn your rest. You already worked for it. It belongs to you. Self-criticism is not the same as caring. You can care deeply about your work and still be kind to yourself. Breathe. The voice that says, not enough, it was trying to protect you once, but it doesn't have to run tonight. You're allowed to rest inside a week that wasn't perfect. Imperfect effort is still effort. Imperfect care is still care. Imperfect love is still love. Gently, if you like, place one hand over your heart. You don't have to, but if it feels right, feel the warmth of your own hand. Feel your chest rising, falling, rising. This is the gesture of someone who showed up this week. Not someone perfect, not someone who did everything right, just someone who was here, who tried, who kept going. And say silently to yourself, or just let the words exist somewhere inside you, I showed up. Anytime this week, or any week when the voice starts counting what you didn't do, you can return to this, hand on heart, 3 words. I showed up. That's your anchor. It's yours now. In the coming days, you might notice something starting to shift. Not a dramatic change, something quieter. Maybe a moment where you catch the voice mid-sentence, and instead of following it down, you just notice it, like a cloud passing. Maybe a moment where someone asks how your week was, and before you list the failures, you feel something else too, a quiet knowing that you were there, that you tried, that you were human and imperfect and real. This work continues while you sleep. Your subconscious is already absorbing what it needs. You don't have to do anything more. And now, gently, we begin to let the words go too. The forest is still here, the light still golden. You don't have to hold on to anything. My voice becoming softer now, more distant. Some words you'll hear, some will drift past, and that's perfect. Your conscious mind can rest. Your subconscious keeps listening, even as you sleep. While you drift deeper, I'll offer some truths for the part of you that's still listening. You don't need to hold them. Just let them settle. I know what it feels like to end a week and feel like I was enough. I have the experience of resting without earning it first. It is possible for me to see my effort clearly without the filter of self-criticism. I am someone who showed up, even when it was hard. I know what it feels like when my inner voice speaks with kindness. I can let a week be over without needing it to have been perfect. I have the peace of knowing that my worth is not a performance. I know the experience of releasing what I couldn't control. I am enough in my trying. I am enough in my rest. I am enough. I know what it feels like to wake up on Monday without the weight of last week still on my chest. These truths are settling now at the deepest level. Enough. You showed up.